Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Ready?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 3.
Now ETN to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On the ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They go play action with Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Well, this defense for the Jaguars. Last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and inches, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down.
Hey, Delta.
Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Straight ahead, ETN. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. On the return, here's Agnew. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, an 11-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Watson. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Look at me. Go. Hey.
One more time with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jags continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Faking the give, now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Watson off play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield. Take
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Etienne once more. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That second down play nets a -4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Lawrence will throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Come on, set.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 43 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run,
You have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
You ready?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Exit. Leo, stop.
Again, it's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. From the 50, it's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. Now Chubb running right. Room here to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. One last throw here for Watson. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is going. As